You don't want to be fighting with your roomies. It's not fun. Trust me. What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Lauren. Hello, hi. If this is your first time here on my channel, well, welcome. I hope you guys stick around so that you can stick around and you can watch all my new videos as well as my old ones. Make sure to hit the red subscribe button down below so that you guys aren't missing any of my videos because, like, they're helpful, right? Anyways, guys, let's go ahead and talk a little bit about what I'm going to talk about today, and that's going to be how to get along with your college roommate, or any roommate in general. This kind of can apply for a lot of things. So I have a lot of advice because I've had a lot of different roommates. I have lived in a typical freshman dorm where I've shared like a actual room with someone else. We both had like a twin bed there. I also have lived in an apartment with 3 other girls, and I'm currently living in my sorority house where I share a bathmate as well as I have a hallway full of girls I live with and an entire house. So that's about 27 of us in here. So I've learned a lot about living with other people and things like that, and picked up some tips and tricks along the way that hopefully can help you guys if you've never had to live with someone and maybe you're going to college in the fall and you're just kind of like, I don't know how to handle this, help me out, Lauren. So that's what I'm gonna do today, guys. So let's go ahead and jump into it. The first thing you need to do is meet up with your new roommate. This is typically if you're going to college and you guys will be roommates in the fall. So go ahead and contact her, email her, Facebook her, Instagram, Twitter, whatever you can find her on, or him, you know. And go ahead and get in contact with them and say, hey, like, how do you feel about meeting up? Maybe before we move into college, we can kind of sit down, discuss what you're bringing, what I'm bringing, so we're not bringing a lot of the same things. You guys can get to know each other. You can bring your parents if you feel like it, so things aren't a little as awkward. But this is a great way to kind of sit down and get that awkwardness out of the air before you move in. So then when you guys move in, it's kind of like, whoa, we're buddies, we've already met each other, like, it's cool, it's not as awkward. Second thing to focus on would be setting rules, and this can get a little awkward and also can be really hard for some people, but if you sit down and you do this at the beginning, it doesn't leave a whole lot of room for things going wrong and a lot of bad things happening. And so a lot of typical rules you'll probably want to discuss are like guests coming over, when it's okay, when it's not okay, how to go about asking, sharing things, whether or not you want to do that, space, like divvying out who has what space kind of thing, maybe talking about like groceries, like, are you guys going to be buying groceries together, or do you just want to buy them separately, do you guys have meal plans, like that kind of thing. Just honestly, like, anything you can think of. Like, if you're a really clean person, you might want to bring that up to them and just say like, hey, like, I would like to set a rule where we say like we try to keep our sides of our room very clean. That way when we have guests over, or like we're not getting each other's stuff and like things aren't getting dirty, and like clean atmosphere is usually a good thing. So that's always a good one to talk about too. Sticking with the subject of cleaning, I think it really helps everyone to create a cleaning schedule. And this is really good for those of you who are going to be moving into an apartment soon, or if you're living in close contact with a lot of other people. A cleaning schedule is a great thing to have because, one, it alleviates like, oh, so-and-so left all this mess, I'm not going to clean up her mess because it's all hers and I'm not going to do it, da 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 da. Like, if you guys know that you rotate doing dishes on a certain night, or like you rotate who takes out the trash and things like that, then stuff doesn't get as sticky and it's not as awkward to be like, well, I've taken out the trash 4 times and you only done it once, like it's your turn kind of thing. So honestly, having a schedule there kind of just creates some structure so that you guys aren't arguing as much about the little details. But definitely having one of those will benefit you guys in the long run. It'll keep your place clean. It'll, like, you know, literally just eliminate a lot of like conflict that you guys would have had at the beginning anyways. You don't want to be fighting with your roomies. It's not fun. Trust me. A tip that I can always say works really well is ask before doing anything. This was one big rule that myself and my freshman roommate had with each other, and it was because we were required by our RA to create a set of rules to turn in, and so her and I had decided that pretty much our only rule would be just ask. Whether that be you want to have someone over, you want to have a boy spend the night, just ask. You know, like, hey, Audrey, is it cool if I have like so-and-so come over and watch a movie tonight? She'll be like, yes, no, I have homework, I don't, like, that's cool, I'm going somewhere, whatever. Just ask. You want to use something of theirs, of your roommates, that's not yours? Just ask, kind of thing. You want to, like, literally, it usually applies for most in anything, and that's why we really like this rule, because for us, we were both very calm, kind of chill people, so we didn't want a whole lot of strict kind of rules, but we both were like, hey, just ask each other before we do something. That way the other roommate has a heads up, you're respecting them and, you know, their needs and things like that, and that's really important when you're living with another person. As I mentioned before, respect is very important, and I think it goes a long way to respect someone else along with respecting their space, their time, their friends, their things, everything. You just need to respect them in general, and I think that goes a really long way when you're living with someone because it's going to create a lot less conflict. You guys are going to get along a lot better, and you probably won't have as many problems with like things happening or things getting in the way, like annoyances, whatnot. But like, just remember to be courteous, guys. My last and final tip is to honestly be nice, be courteous. Think about what you would want. Would you want someone stumbling in at 2:30 a.m. while you have an 8 a.m. class the next morning? Probably not. So be mindful of your roommate and their schedules and their needs and wants, because you wouldn't want them doing something that you don't like to you, if that made any sense, because it's just, I don't know. Being nice goes a really long way, guys. Just simply think about things before you do it, and most of the time that will save you in the long run and make things a lot easier for you and your roommate, because a lot of things can be alleviated just by simply thinking about it for 10 seconds and whether or not it's a good idea. That, guys, is the end of this video. I have given you 6 tips that hopefully will help you get along better with your roommate. I hope that y'all enjoyed it, and it is very helpful in the future. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and comment down below if you have any video requests or topics you want me to talk about that are college or sorority related, because love giving you guys advice, love seeing you comment in my comment section. It's my favorite to reply back to y'all. I reply back to every one of them, so don't forget to do that as well. Subscribe to my channel so you can see all my new videos, and I will see you all in my next one. Bye, guys!